Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Lexi, and today I thought it would be fun to do Sara Carrolli's mid-year book tag. I jotted down her questions and I thought it would be fun to answer them and just talk about the books I've read thus far. I have read, according to Fable, 31 books this year, and according to Goodreads, 32 books this year, so I don't know which one's accurate. And my goal is 75, so I don't think we're doing too bad. Let's just get right into the questions. The first question is best book of 2025. I feel like I have a lot of books that could fit in multiple categories of these. And Sara Carrolli did say the same book for some categories, but I'm going to try to do at least one new book in each category. Best book of 2025, like the book that I think is going to be my favorite book of the year, is definitely Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. But that's like a nostalgia effect, Sunrise on the Reaping. It was so good and so nostalgic to get back to that Hunger Games world. But I also want to add an honorable mention of The Bright Years by Sarah Damoff. This book really took me by surprise and just absolutely altered my brain chemistry. So I feel like I have to put that on the list of best book of 2025 as well, so far. The next question is best sequel I've read this year, and that is hands down Rebel Witch by Kirsten Cicerelli. This book absolutely just delivered in every single way I wanted it to. The romance was giving, and what I liked about this book is it's true enemies to lovers, and while reading this book, you really can't see how they're gonna end up working it out. You don't see the ending. Like, it's truly like, how the heck is this gonna work? And I absolutely love that about this book. This is a new release that I haven't gotten to that I really want to, and I have two of them. First would be Conditions of Will by Jesta Hastings. I actually struggled if I was gonna read this for a couple weeks. If you don't know, I'm a Christian. I had just heard that, this may not be the best book to read as a Christian. I've heard it's absolutely fine to read as a Christian. Like, the things that they talk about isn't actually like blasphemy. So I've sat on it. I've prayed on it. I am going to read it. I'm very excited about it. And that is definitely a new release I really want to read. The second new release I really want to read, One Summer by Carly Fortune. I am just starting my Carly Fortune journey, but I already cannot wait for this book. Like, I am flying through her other one so that I can read this one and like get the full experience, if you will. So I'm so freaking excited about these, and they're just like the most perfect summer books. Next question is the biggest surprise. The first book that surprised me in a negative way is Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. I did not like this one bit. I just found it extremely cringy, and I just don't have very many nice things to say about this book. We'll just stick with that. The book that surprised me in a positive way was The Bright Years by Sarah Damoff. Again, I was literally just like scrolling on Amazon for something, and it came up as a recommended book, and I was like, ooh, okay, like this sounds good. And I bought it. I pre-ordered it. I don't think it was even out. And I read it like at a readathon because it was short, the words were big, and it was actually amazing. If you like Kirsten Hanna for her taking you through the journey type of writing style, you're gonna love Sarah Damoff's The Bright Years. It's following, oh my gosh, I don't have the book, so I can't like read it. Like, I don't remember their names, but it's basically following a family through generations, through their struggles, their triumphs, and everything kind of in between. Next question is favorite author. Definitely Carly Fortune. I don't know if that's just because it's fresh on my brain, but like, I have been thinking about her books so frequently the last like few days, and her writing is just so cute. It is giving like Emily Henry, Abby Jimenez, maybe even a little bit of Sarah Adams, and I'm absolutely here for it. I just love the summer reads. I have been itching for them. I am devouring them, and they're consuming my brain. So definitely Carly Fortune. Next is the best new book boy, and I have to go with Hayden from Great Big Beautiful Life. I just love how selfless he is. I know this is pretty like unpopular because a lot of people didn't love this book, but I absolutely loved it, and I love the male main character. He is a gem of a— Next is a book that made me cry. Y'all really didn't think I was gonna do a video like this and not talk about Onyx Storm. Yeah, like, there's a part in this book, I won't say what part in case you haven't read it, that I literally lost my dang mind. And I absolutely loved this book so much. I know this is also kind of controversial. A lot of people did not love this book, but the world building and everything about that was just exactly what I wanted. And I cannot wait for the next book. Like, it physically hurts knowing I have to wait. Another book I uncontrollably sobbed at was Sunrise on the Reaping by Miss Suzanne Collins. This book absolutely wrecked me. The epilogue had me hyperventilating. I'm not even gonna lie. It was that impactful to me. But also keep in mind, I read the first book when I was 13 or 14, and I've read them almost every year since then, and I have such a strong bond. I guess that kind of sounds weird, but I have such a strong bond to the characters in the original Hunger Games trilogy. So seeing and reading their experiences in Sunrise on the Reaping really, really, truly felt like I was like talking to one of my family members and hearing their experiences. Like, it physically hurt to read what they were going through. I can't even describe it, and it makes me like sad thinking about it. What made me happy was the Strawberry Patch Pancake House by Lori Gilmore. I went into this book like fully being like, I'm probably not gonna like this. I didn't like the last 2 books she wrote, and absolutely was floored is a little bit dramatic, but like was absolutely like, oh my gosh, this was like the cutest one from her. And I was just so happy the whole time reading it. Like, all of the characters are really lovable. There's a little girl in this that is just like the cutest little girl. Like, I just wanted to like go give her a hug. And I just really loved this book, and I read it during a readathon, so that was happy. And just everything about this book is just cute and happy and fun and summery or spring, and it was just a great read. This question is the most beautiful book I bought this year. I think I'm gonna have to go to one of my book subscription boxes because those books are always stunning. With The Floating World, I haven't read this book. It was a Fairy Loot book, but it is just like the edges, like everything about it just is absolutely beautiful. And even if I never read it, it's just a beautiful book on my bookshelf. So this is probably one of the more beautiful books I bought, but I didn't pick this specific book. It came in a book box. Okay, I'm gonna go with Say You'll Remember Me. Just the colors just speak something to me in spring. Like, I love this color combination, so I have to go with this. I feel like I haven't really bought in that many books this year, and I don't buy books because they're like, oh my gosh, that book's so pretty, like, let me put it on my shelf. Usually it's a book I want to read that happens to have a pretty cover. But this is the cutest book I can find that I know I bought this year 100%. So this is what we're going with. Question is, what books do I want to read by the end of the year? There's a lot of books I want to read by the end of the year. I don't know if you can see, but I made like 25 books I wanted to read in 2025 that I had on my shelves or were new releases or were on Kindle Unlimited. And I haven't gotten to a lot of these, so like rapid fire, let me go through the books that I want to read on this list. Strange the Dreamer by Leilani Taylor, The Frozen River, The Naturals, The Bridge Kingdom, A Novel Love Story, City of Bones, Things Gods Break, The Nightingale, Heavenbreaker, Narnia, Trial of the Sun Queen, and Mistborn. Those are the books on this that I specifically picked out at the beginning of the year that I have not read that I really want to. So that's what I'm going with for this question. Next question is how many 5-star reads I have. I'm a very gracious rater. I have 9 5-star reads this year. I'll just rapid fire them like I just did the other list. My first 5-star read was Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. Then I have Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros, Rebel Witch by Kirsten Cicerelli, Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins, Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix by J.K. Rowling, Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, I think, The Bright Years by Sarah Damoff, and Divergent by Veronica Roth. So pretty good list so far. I loved all of those books. Obviously they got 5 stars, but loved all of those books. What is a book I want to reread this year? At the top, I can't reach it, but The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This is such a fall-coded book, and I have been dying to reread it, so I really want to reread it this fall. I also want to read The Women by Kristen Hanna. I read this last year, like in February, and I still think about this like at least once a week. Like, I love this book. It's so heartbreaking and moving and touching, and it's just so good. Like, everything about this book I just adore. And it's just so sad. Like, check the trigger warnings if you're gonna read it, but it's basically about this girl. You follow her through her journey. You are with her for decades. Like, you just get so attached to her because of like how drawn out the story is. But you follow her through war. She's a nurse in war when she gets home and the world hates her, through mental health struggles, through physical struggles and repercussions of the war, from the world hating her. And it's just like, this book also made me cry, like, but I read it last year, so that's why I didn't count it. But it's so good. I cannot wait to reread this book. Question is a book I enjoyed with mixed reviews, and I am going with Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I've heard very mixed things about this, but I absolutely loved it. So that is what I'm throwing on this list. Next is 5-star predictions for the rest of the year. I think The Things Gods Break might be a 5-star read, I hope. That's the second book in the games God's Play by Abigail Owens. The only new release I can think of that I might rate a 5-star. Maybe Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. I'm not sure. I've heard amazing things about it, so maybe that, but that is what I'm going with for 5-star predictions. The Things Gods Break and the Conditions of Will. If you watched this far, thank you so much. You guys know it means the most to me. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube things, and I hope you guys all have a blessed Tuesday. Bye.